Hey everybody, good day. Welcome back to the channel. It's February. Today we're going to be looking at our preparedness planning items that we talked about at the beginning of the year and where we're at today. Stay tuned. So beginning of February, everybody, looking at what we were looking at continuing to purchase to build up to a 3 to 7 day kit as directed by our handy calendar that we evaluated back in late December, beginning of the year. Check out those videos if you haven't seen them already. But what we had on the docket was water, medicines, trail mix or granola bars, something like that. And we also had on there powdered milk. So as you can see here, obviously water is covered. We got 4 gallons there that we got this week, or in the past week. That's still not 1 gallon per person. Notice that. We've got 5 people. I only got 4 gallons. I got some antacids. These guys were on sale, and some cough medicine. We go through that quite a bit this time of year, considering little sicknesses that go on, help you sleep better, all that other good stuff. So we got 1 bottle of that, and we were able to get some good deals on the Cliff bars. I really like the Cliff bars. And some other granola bars that they have there at the store. Regular things we would regularly eat, so not a big stretch to put something like that back and take care of. Now these items alone, when I look at it, it was less than $1 a gallon. It was like 89 cents a gallon of water. So that's like $3.90, we'll say. These were pretty pricey. I think these combined were like $6, $3 each. This was about right at $7. Cough medicine is expensive. Goodness. And then the granola bars coming in around, how many are in a box? These were like 5 something, less than $1 a bar. Like $5.80, something like that. And these were like $3.50. There's 6 of them. They were more than 50 cents each. But it was like less than $4, like $3.99 maybe. So doing my math roughly here real quick in my head. $3.99, $5.80, that's 8. So say $9.50, $16 plus 7, 23, and then 26, just a little bit over $26. I didn't get the powdered milk yet. We were going to order some through a supplier. And actually I looked through the store. I didn't see any. Actually, they had some powdered stuff, but I didn't want to get that. So we're going to order some stuff. But I did actually see some in the grocery store, and it's going to be, powdered milk's going to run. That's pretty cheap stuff you can find. But when I do order it in bulk, it'll keep us under the $40 that I was kind of aiming for when I did this layout. If you do $20 a week, basically. And that's what I'm really getting into when I start looking at this. I've developed a plan of what I need or what I see as being needs, where we might have some shortfalls, potentially. I have stuff stored away necessarily that I've got more than a 7-day kit, but for the purposes of this evolution, we're going through that after I did that evaluation. And when I look back at this calendar and how they got this set up, now this is the first week of February here. So we get this to focus. So this is the first weekend of February. Gallon of water, can of meat, roll of gauze, bandages. And again, it's going to have to go for everybody in your family, right? Can of meat, baby food if needed, aspirin and or acetaminophen. If you put $20 a week into this, I guess you would still be getting, if you just followed this rote, week to week. But it seems like it would be getting awfully expensive by now. When I look at, especially if you're trying to build up a kit for multiple people, focus. I'm trying to get for 5 people. That's really a limiting factor. This calendar, this preparedness thing, and other items like this you might find out there on the internet might be only for one person. That's something you're really going to have to consider. And again, that's why people need to look at these type of things and evaluate them and apply them to yourself. You can't just take something and do whatever it says. Put some planning and thought behind it, because looking at this thing, if somebody had a family and they picked up this calendar, they would fall well short of a 3-day kit, I believe, at the end of the year, because they wouldn't have gotten enough for a family of 4, let's say. When you look at the, see, like here, for the next weeks, the end of the month, what they have on here: permanent markers, waterproof plastic container. So that's some things that doesn't necessarily apply to the number of people in your household. So at the end of the month, some things that don't necessarily apply. But these first items here, at the beginning of the month, you're going to need a gallon of water per person. That's going to have to be a can of meat per person. So that's 8 cans if you're doing a family of 4. Roll of gauze, bandages, all that. Now, the baby food obviously only applies. Aspirin and acetaminophen's one-time purchase. But this could really start to add up, I think. And if somebody doesn't evaluate and really get what they need, it could really put them in a bind financially, I think. But hopefully, if somebody ever did pick one of these up, and you started going into March, they would look at it and be like, well, I've got those things. I already have those things. I've got those things in my car, like you're talking about work gloves or whatnot. Like, what do you really need? And I hope people would do that. But looking at what I've put out for the plan for the purposes of this and my kit that I'm building here for this, I'm still short water. I've got some other things I could still get on the antidiarrheal medicine, and I've got this lined up. This cycles back through in April, so we will look to be getting some different types of medicines at that point. And one thing I also got on the side, it was on sale with some canned goods, so always looking at stuff that you already have, and just stocking back with some veggies, cans of veggies. So a couple bucks on that, but I'm not going to count this and this because that wasn't for this week. But on the side here, this is an example of buying a little bit of a time to put away and increase your stocks. I really like Cliff Bars. Rogue Preparedness did a video of like testing 9 different power bars or nutrition bars, protein bars. It was quite humorous. She doesn't like Cliff Bars, so there's more for me. So that was all good. But the hardest thing about these is keeping these around with kids in the house. You got to hide those things, which we will have to do if we're going to stock up on something like that. But the biggest concern here is water, and it would be a lot of water to put back. But we've got other water put back, obviously. But for the purposes of a kit, you're looking at a 4-person family, 3 days again. A gallon a day, if you just go off of that planning factor, that's 4 gallons a day for a family of 4. 3 days, 12 gallons. I don't know that this calendar is going to get you 12 gallons by the end. I don't know if it's going to get you there when I broke it down, if you just went through it. Let's go through that real quick and see how much water you actually come out with. So looking at it in January, 1 gallon of water. February, 1 gallon of water. So there's 2. March, 1 gallon of water. 3. So I guess if we get one a month, if that's the way this works. One down here at the end of March as well. One down here at the end of March. So we're up to 4 gallons. April. There's no water in April, so they skipped a month. May. May, no water in May either. And nothing on the last Friday of that month. So we still only have 4 gallons. We're at the middle of the year. June. June, 1 at the end of the month. We're up to 5 gallons. July. Gallon of water, there's 6. July gets to... So July got us to 6 gallons. If we're by ourselves, we're in pretty good shape here. August. August gets us to gallon 7. September. September, nothing. Still on 7 gallons. October. October, nothing is recommended for water. So again, we're November. So it's like there's another gallon of water. What are we at? 8? Does that get us to 8 gallons? Oh, so December gets us another gallon of correction. We get to 9. So that gets us to 9 gallons of water. So if you're one person, you're good for 9 days. 2 people, that's 4 days. But if you got anything more than that, this planning is gonna bring you short of that 3-day goal, 3 to 7 days. Well, I guess if you had a third person, you had 9, you'd be 3 days, but that'd be really stretching it. Try and get that water to stretch a long way. But that's just another thing looking at this planning calendar for preparedness that it falls short. And given, especially you consider people that are going to pick something like this up aren't going to be in the necessarily frame of mind. So again, looking at if you're going to look to get somebody something to help them plan, it's better to sit down with them or give them ideas to make sure they're meeting the necessary goals. And you don't want to wait till the end of the year. If you can get the water you need and you know you need it, water's going to be your primary first off the bat, right? If you know you're short or if you know you have none. All right, we're getting long in the tooth here. I just wanted to update on what we're going forward with that and how that looks, and some considerations if you are looking to just begin starting the basics of a basic kit that you would keep a basic stock at home for, like there's for this purpose, a 3 to 7 day kit to have in case those services go out, water, power goes out. That's really what this kit is. This planning calendar is based on. It's not the stuff that we talk about regularly on this channel. But at a more low scale, looking at getting somebody that's beginning involved, this is the type of thing they're looking at. They need to be looking at how they're going to be buying these things or acquiring these things. Just get that basic little items to get that small amount of a kit just to be ready for a hurricane or some natural disaster, power outage, something like that. All right, we'll see you next time, YouTube. Live free.